Hello, everyone. Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Please let me know if you can see and hear us. That would be awesome. I have Jason here with me today.
Hello, hello.
And he will be relaying your questions and suggestions to me as we go along painting some Christmas ornaments today. And just pop in the chat if you can see my desk and hear my voice. And let me know if you have any suggestions on what I should paint today. I've gotten a few really good ones. We'll probably have more suggestions. I think we already may have more suggestions that I can get painted, but we will do our best. All right, wonderful. So what I have here on my desk is just a few examples of working on the wood slice ornaments. This was done with acrylic paint pens. We're going to use acrylic paint pens today. These flower ones were done with, I actually write on the wood with colored pencil. So colored pencil is a really wonderful option if you want to have a mess-free experience on painting on these wood slices. And I didn't even prime these. That was just colored pencil right on the slices. And this was watercolor ground with watercolors on top. So really, whatever media you have, there's a way to use them on these wood slices. And they're pretty affordable. You can find them at craft stores. You can find them at dollar stores. The ones I'm using are from Arteza. And I do like them because they come all sanded and ready to go. I actually just unboxed the Meeden advent calendar, and they had wood slices in there. So, I mean, they feel fairly smooth too. So, I mean, you can even make your own. Find an old tree out back and, slice them up. We'll need to sand them. But another option would be these mini canvases. Those are fun to do if you want to do something a little bit bigger, or if you maybe want to do, I did ornaments one year where I took old masterpieces like Mona Lisa, Starry Night, things like that, painted them on small canvases and gave those as ornaments. So you don't have to keep it Christmas themed. This is more of let's just play with some supplies and have fun. And the materials I'm using will be wood slices and acrylic markers. Now I'm using acrylic markers from Ardex mainly because they have probably the biggest selection of tips aside from Posca, but Poscas are really expensive. And they just recently came out with this set, and I had a few people ask me about it. So I thought I would use this for kind of base coating some colors in, and then you can kind of get an idea of what they're like. These all were pretty good, except for one color did not want to activate very well for me, this lime green. All the other ones activated pretty well. This is kind of a pricey set, though. It's 30 colors. And it's around $60 or $70, but I know they are running a Black Friday sale starting tomorrow. And I know it's 20% off this set, but it may be 20% off everything. And I do believe that the other subsidiaries that they own, Paul Rubens and Lightwish, are also running a big Black Friday sale. So if you've had your eye on any of those products, I would wait till tomorrow to check them out rather than rushing over and buying them today. So I think what I'm going to start by doing is just base coating a few of these using some of these big markers. I activated these last night. They shouldn't need to be shaken, but I thought might as well. And we'll see how they do. I like to leave a little border of the wood showing when I do an ornament. It kind of acts like a frame. And these are the 15 millimeter tips. Now, if you don't have if you don't have these markers, these acrylic markers, just use paint. Use acrylic paint and a paintbrush. Not a problem. These will dry pretty quickly because they are just dispensing a thin layer of ink. And it is nice how you don't have to dirty a paintbrush. If anybody has any questions, please put the word question in all caps and then type your question in regular upper and lower caps. That way you won't get flagged as spam by the YouTube AI or whatever they use to flag spam. And then Jason will relay those questions to me and I can answer them for you. I'll be really interested to see if these markers fray at all using them on the wood. I like to do, I like those kind of like 60s colors, the almost like kind of pastel candy colors for Christmas things. Oh, I went too far. I guess I'll just do this whole one for this color. I have it kind of zoomed in so I won't, so you can see detail. But if I go off the page, you'll have to tell me, Jason.
So are those just like you got them? You didn't sand them or anything?
Yeah.
They were that
Yep.
smooth?
The artisanal ones anyway are that smooth. These markers have to be activated, but just so you know, I think I mentioned that, but they still will shed, like they'll shed like bark dust. Generally with these, I will paint on one side and then on the back, I will have it plain, and then I will just keep markers handy and do a to and from in the year, or maybe even just base coat the back and then leave it plain for a thinner marker to do that. And then if I don't use them all up in the current year, I'll just use them next year. So that way I don't write the year on everything in case I don't get a chance to use them up.
Which markers are these again?
These are the Artex, the new set of 30, 50 millimeters. They had this set last year. Actually, they still sell this set. It's like it's a bigger marker. But I don't know how much more ink it actually has in it. So I don't know. This is also a 15 millimeter. I'll show you what these look like. I'll show you this pink here. I'll show you the nib size difference. So it's a bigger nib, but width-wise, it's still 15 millimeters. Whoops, there we go. I mean, you'd think it would have more ink in it because it's a bigger barrel. I believe they're all in the same like listing. If you click the link for the 30 set, I think that this set is on there too, as well as their set that's 10 millimeter. And the colors are different. I did swatch the old and new colors. I think with these markers, your best bet is to buy them and use them and not, not have them hanging around forever, because I think they could dry up. But if they start to run dry, give them a good shake and then just kind of pump them, and that will get the ink flowing again. Oh, these look like Easter colors. But I like a retro vibe. All right. So one of the suggestions we got was to do, bless you, was to do a peppermint or a candy cane. And I think because these are round, I think a peppermint would work really well. I'm going to use I think I'll use a white. These are their bullet tip markers, very similar to a 3 millimeter Posca. 7 millimeter, I think. I don't know. I don't really think in millimeters. I think in like inches, but pens are always in millimeters. So I'm going to start with a circle. We're just going to do something really easy here. I'm going to do a circle. I'm going to do a point in the center, and then I'm just going to make some swirly marks, kind of like pie slices going into the center. So this is something you could do with your kids. You could just kind of set them all up with their materials, show them this basic design, and then you could even string them together and make like a bunting or a garland for your Christmas tree. I'll be using these for like kind of gift tag ornaments. I tend to wrap presents in like brown craft paper and then use some fun ribbon and then do like an ornament like this. So it's kind of a little bit of a primitive design, but I still think it looks kind of cute. And then I could go with either green or red for the stripes. I could go with like a dark green or a red. If you pick up any color on the nib of a marker, just scribble it on scrap paper. I think I'll go with a red. No, that's a brown. Oh, I like that red. I store the markers. These markers actually come with a crate in the box, and I cut the box down, but it'll allow you, and now I think they actually sell them so that you can just store them like this normally. They have like a plastic grid in there so you can store them with the tip side down, and that prevents the nibs from drying out. So if you're someone who doesn't use their markers that often, and I have so many that they don't get used as often as I would like, then you can kind of keep the ink at the tip and keep them fresh. If you haven't used them in a while, you'll have to pump them and get them going. I probably should let that dry a little bit longer because I'm getting a little bit of bleed out there. Yeah, I should let that dry because see how it's bleeding out. I'll just finish putting these in and then set it aside and we'll finish it up after it's dried up. I'll redo the white and that'll fix it. Actually, I kind of like how it wants to swirl on those on the wood grain though. I think that looks kind of cool. But we'll let that dry and then we can add some detail to it. We had another suggestion of doing a Yeti. And I like that suggestion. I've never drawn a Yeti before, so I'm going to keep in mind where the little hole is.
The thermos or the creature?
I think they mean the creature, like the abominable snowman.
Oh, okay.
Although it could do a cup. I mean, people go crazy over cups this time of year. I heard the Starbucks bear cup is like all the rage. It will be all the shelves in Goodwill in a month or 2 months after Christmas. All right, so let's see. Let's see if I can. Are you looking at pictures of Yetis for me?
I thought I would, yeah.
Probably not a bad idea. I'm going to start. I want to do a cute Yeti, so I'm going to start with a face. I'm just going to make an oval for the face. And then, what are you laughing at?
I was just wondering where you were going to go with this if you didn't have a reference.
I'm going to use my brain powers.
What does your brain say a Yeti looks like?
My brain says it looks like a fuzzy guy.
Well, you could do him.
Oh yeah, that's kind of where I'm going actually, I think. No, I mean not specifically, but yeah, that kind of like
a bumble.
But I think my Yeti will have horns.
What?
What do you? Why wouldn't a Yeti have horns?
Why would a Yeti have horns?
To protect himself. I think I need a fine tip pen. Get out those Posca ones that I complained so much about. See if they can have a little redemption. These have not been used since I first got them, so I'm so disgusted with them, but we'll see. These are the Copic, not Posca, Copic Acrylic markers. Or as I like to say, the Starbucks bear cup of acrylic markers. Thank you. Let's see if we can get this beast to work. Oh, it's actually working. Wow. Okay. I'm still giving it horns, honey. But it'll be a fusion of a bumble. Look, nobody knows what a Yeti looks like. So for all intents and purposes, my Yeti will be just fine. I like the purple gums though that the bumble has.
Do you still have his teeth in this one?
He does.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to apologize to Copic. These are actually working. A dentist? Who ever heard of a dentist? That just popped into my brain. You want to be a dentist? I think I might need to give more teeth room here. Who's chatting today? A big crowd. Big crowd.
There's over 100 right now.
Oh, that's great.
Someone's got a question about color cubes.
Yes.
There's a whole set of 4. The first 2, second 2, and singles. Do you think it's good to have all 4 or not necessary? And which do you like best, if not?
Oh boy. I don't think you would be I don't think you would regret getting all 4 of them. But are they necessary? No, you don't need, you definitely, there's so much in each one. There's 250 color palettes in each one. So, I mean, I think you get the best deal if you buy all 4 together. And it isn't, I mean, gosh, who doesn't love a full set, right? I'm glad I have all 4, but like you know what? I just grabbed the first color cube because the winter and Christmas ones are in there. So I figured if I did need to draw from something, I could go right from there. You probably could get, if you just wanted the old style, you probably could find those for a song on Etsy or eBay or something as people upgrade. But you can look, I did a review of them and I went through and showed what was in all of the cubes. So if you wanted to look at that and see what you might find the most useful, it's really personal preference, I think. That's tough. I'm glad to have the whole set. I would be bummed if I didn't have the whole set, I think. It's nice to be able to flip through all of them, but no, you don't need them. They're pretty well dispersed. Like you'll find landscapes in every version. You'll find some still life stuff. You'll find some food. You'll find a little bit of everything in each version. So I don't think you need to have them all. And since you can buy them one at a time, you know, the only downside to waiting would be that you'd pay more, like shipping and whatnot. Because, you know, you pay a little bit more per cube than if you bought them in the bundle. And then you would pay, you know, obviously individual shipping. I think you can get them shipped for free if you buy the bundle if you're in the United States. I don't know about other places, and, you know, don't quote me on that because I think I saw that, but, you know, I don't have the website open in front of me and my memory is human. I think this is coming out pretty cute, but we'll see. I'm going to dry it before I put any black details on it, though. That's for sure. I'm going to go over this white area. Oh, there we go. Big blob of white marker. Big blob. Of course, I did prime right on this, right on my project, which is probably not wise, but I just like to give Copic a hard time for some reason. I might need to let this dry, though, because if I have a lot of acrylic paint and I go to dry it with a heat tool, it could blister.
I like the fuzzy face.
Yeah. Maybe make his body come down out of the frame. Hopefully that scratching isn't annoying anybody.
Sounds like the cat box.
Oh, gross. Scratch. Yeah, our cat that doesn't quite get it just keeps scratching and scratching and somehow manages to avoid covering anything up. And then the other cat gets disgusted and hops in it after and cleans things up. All right, let's let that dry for a bit. Trust me, it'll be better. It'll be better when we're done.
It's cute.
Oh, we had a request for Rudolph. So I actually did screenshot a picture of Rudolph because it's one of those things like, you know, we know what something looks like, but then when you have to draw it, it's like, I've never seen Rudolph in my entire life, apparently. So no copyright infringement intended.
Any ideas for an art project I can do with my 8-year-old who believes he's bad at art to help him give it another shot?
Oh, you could do like a mosaic. Mosaic tiling is really fun. You get like a bunch of, you can either buy mosaic tiles or you could which would probably be the best idea if you're working with kids. And then just, you know, find a tray. You can get a tray at the dollar store or any craft store and get a little tray, get some glue, have him glue down the mosaics in a design that he likes. and then show them how to like grout it afterwards. It's kind of nice because you're seeing a really cool project come together. So that's what I would recommend, something like that, which is kind of, I guess it's kind of a craft, but you know, it gets them creating. And sometimes you just need that kind of gateway project to get somebody hooked and feeling confident again.
And there'd be no wrong way to do it.
Right. Or maybe model. I wonder if model building would be something that would make you feel confident about art.
I don't know. I always built models, but it was never very artistic otherwise. Because that's very strict, you know, this goes here this way. And
right. I wonder if like there's those activity books where it'll show like gridding, where you take a photo and you put a grid over it, and then you copy paste by like square by square. You copy the image over. Like it's just grid art. You can find kits already done, or you could watch a tutorial. I have a tutorial on gridding. It's probably not the best for kids, but something like that where it would show you that, yeah, you can draw it. Just as here's a technique that's going to make it a little bit easier to draw it for you. There's a teardrop shape for the eye. I'm just trying to. I'm not sketching because I don't want to have a bunch of lines to cover up. So I'm just kind of drawing the shapes of Rudolph. So I got the nose, the mouth.
Tell who it is just from that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's okay to use references. Some people are like, oh, real artists don't use references. Well, it's like, I don't know about that, but if you want it to look like, what you want it to look like, you gotta use a reference sometimes. I have not used these in almost a year. I'm really surprised they're still working.
Christine suggested the heat miser and snow miser.
Oh, I would definitely need a reference for that. Yeah. I loved those that type of cartoon when I was a kid. My favorite one was the one with like Baby New Year. I don't know if that was Santa Claus is Coming to Town or if it was a New Year special in particular. Do you remember? I think that might have had the heat.
I don't remember. There's a bunch of. I saw the Rudolph one, but I didn't really see most of the other ones growing up. See, A Year Without a Santa Claus, was that one?
Maybe.
Same company, same animation.
Right.
Yeah, Baby New Year with the top hat and diaper.
Yes. I always liked Santa Claus is Coming to Town. That was I think it was the same animation studio that did Rudolph. I remember when I was a kid at 4 p.m. the local CBS affiliate would run Christmas shows, Christmas specials for kids. So it was so cool. There was this local program out of Bangor, and it had a local host, and they would do like a Christmas craft, and there would be like a choir that would sing. Local school kids would sing, and then there would be the cartoons like this Frosty the Snowman and all of those, you know, cartoons that we were used to. And I used to love that because my parents would still be working. I'd get home and I would get out my craft supplies and I would make whatever Christmas craft they were making, and then watch the cartoons.
I remember they'd have Santa read his list too.
Oh yes.
You'd hope to hear your name. It's one of the good kids.
Did you ever hear your name?
It was just first names. I'm sure I did.
Jason, that's me. Were you a good kid?
It seemed like 10% of boys my age were named Jason. So. Question. I paint holiday cards for my coworkers every year. I painted a landscape last year. Any suggestions what to paint that's winter or holiday, but not necessarily Christmassy?
Well, I have some options on my channel that I've done tutorials on in the past. A poinsettia is wintry, not necessarily Christmassy. I did a deer with a pine tree next to it, not necessarily Christmassy, but wintry. I think anything like that, anything nature that's nature inspired. Maybe like a wreath would be quite Christmassy, but any of those flowers and berries and plants and stuff that you'd have in a wreath wouldn't necessarily be Christmassy. Birds like cardinals. I like this little Rudolph. I'm glad I did this one. That's cute.
Little Drummer Boy. Remember that cartoon? That was that same style.
I don't remember that one.
Kind of took the song and kind of made a, whole story around it.
That's like my least favorite Christmas song. I don't know why it always irritated me. And it's like so many people's favorite Christmas song. It's like my least favorite. Even though David Bowie did a version of it, it's still, I don't know why. I never really liked that song. Oh, gotta get the Santa hat. If kids still watch Christmas specials, like if they still play them on regular TV, broadcast TV.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, Lila and I were watching the Charlie Brown, the Halloween one, the Great Pumpkin, a few weeks ago when she was here, and we were talking about that because I said, when I was a kid, we were watching them all together. Mm-hmm. Everybody who watched it would talk about it at school the next day or whatever. Mm-hmm. There was a lot more events like that, and now we have it and we can just stream it when we want to.
Right.
So I don't know if kids are getting the same experience.
My day. You had to wait.
Yep.
You had to wait.
If you missed it, you missed it.
You're out of luck for a year. All right, I'll get the scarf in there.
Do you remember The Wizard of Oz being on as a kid?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Once a year.
I think that was CBS.
I think that was around Easter, wasn't it?
Gosh, I don't remember.
And I remember they would play one of my favorite, and this was so disturbing, one of my favorite cartoons that they would play once a year was Watership Down, which how was that ever like okay for kids to watch? But that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was pretty adult.
I want to see the show with the rabbits.
Wow.
Disturbing childhood memories.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's kind of patchy. It's patchy with that fine tip, but I can always fill it in later. I'm just going to give this a real quick dry. Just try not to blister anything, but I don't want to. Just the areas where I need to go in black. I mean, Rudolph was kind of a harsh cartoon also.
Oh, yeah.
There was no safe spaces in our childhood cartoons.
And all those Charlie Brown ones, too.
Oh, my gosh. They were awful. Like, pulling the football away, just being mean. Use a fine liner.
Didn't realize as a kid, but looking back with our kids watching, I'm like, oh my God, this is awful.
Yeah. Kids today are too soft. If your ink is dry, your marker's dry, you can go around with a fine liner. I'm going to do that a bit to define. Oh, you know what? Where are my reading glasses? Do you see my reading glasses around here? I'm just thinking that I'm not seeing that great right now. Halfway into my ornaments. I think I just saw him down here somewhere, but.
These?
Yes, thank you. That looks terrible now that I can see it. It looks like when you see Disney characters depicted on like a unauthorized sign, and you know there's something wrong with it, but you don't know quite what's wrong with it. That's how this poor Rudolph looks.
I can tell who it's supposed to be.
Don't know what's wrong with it, but something definitely is. I wonder if I have something that would kind of match that Copic color. Ooh, that's pretty though. I like that color. Arctic says such a massive amount of colors now. They this isn't sponsored. I just happen to have a bunch of these. They have a lot of colors, and this type of marker here, it doesn't have the liquid ink, so you don't have to shake it, so it doesn't have as much ink in it, but they come ready to go. You don't have to pump them or do any of that stuff to it, so it is kind of nice. Just seeing if I have a match for, well, kind of like that color better. I think I'll just go in and fill in with that. I tend not to use the brush markers on surfaces that can have a little bit of roughness. Like this wood is a little, I mean, it's fairly smooth, but it's still wood, so there's a little bit of a drag. I would tend to use the brush markers more on like a canvas surface or a paper surface or something that's a little bit smoother, metal, tin, something like that, just so I don't fray the tips. So going over a primed surface is a little bit better. Like I've already put some layers down, so it's not going to be too harmful. Oh, shoot. It'll be okay, generic Rudolph. We'll be fine. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, go back to that guy. Let's give that a little dry and see what we can do there. Our very happy abominable. That's no copyright infringement intended. This is no copyright infringement detected. I don't know what you got going there, Lindsay, but
it's all you.
It's all you. Okay, I'm going to fill in the mouth black except for the tongue. Oh my gosh, kind of cute though, once you get the little eyeballs in there. I need a thicker pen than this. I'm afraid I'm going to trash my size 3.
That looks like a Muppet.
Doesn't it? Yep. Yeah. Cookies?
Oh, yeah, Monsters, Inc. Somebody mentioned. Can't remember the characters' names, but.
Was it Mike and Sully? Were those the main?
Yeah, I think so.
Monsters. Make sure your paint is dry if you're going in with a fine liner. This is a 0.6. It's a fairly big one, but I don't want to shred my smaller ones. Probably gray would have been better, honestly. Put some little stars in the background or something there. Oh, I could use these white paint pens. These are great. The Blue Tiger ones that I'm always raving about. Because they have a really fine tip one here. My little retro snowflakes. And then do some dots for the bigger one. Oh, I think it's cute.
You have a suggestion for one of those vintage glass ornaments with the pointed ends and kind of star-shaped indentation in the middle.
Ooh. That's a good suggestion. I don't know if I'll be able to do that on one of these shapes. Maybe, well, I have that canvas. I could do it on that canvas, maybe. I need a picture. I need a reference, though. I don't think I could.
Research.
Thank you.
If you're done with the Bumble picture.
Yeah, I'm done with it, Bumble. My authentic, 100% original Bumble. Patent pending, trademarked. Oh man, I'm getting some crackling up there with the acrylic paint pens. That's not great. Yeah, so I think I'd use mostly Copics there. Copic. I'm gonna add better outlines to this guy because I feel like it just needs it because he's a cartoon character, so.
I had a picture in my head for a Christmas ornament, but I can't seem to find it anywhere.
I just watched a video. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was this woman had, she's an interior decorator, and she did this video on like trends, like Christmas trends. I don't know. Apparently, the people out there that buy all new Christmas decorations every year. And
oh my Lord.
Oh my word. I was just like, this is so beautiful. I feel so inadequate. There's no way I could do any of this. It was just so like beautiful, but opulent and just gobs. And you could barely see the Christmas tree. There were like so many gobs and gobs of decorations. You couldn't even see the tree. It was beautiful, but I was like, my gosh, trends. And they were talking about how if you've been collecting the Norfolk pine boughs and stuff for the past couple of years, don't worry, you're still in style. Like, when did pine trees go out of style? Like, you know, it's like natural things that grow. I mean, they were talking about the synthetic ones, but it's like, what do you mean? All my decorations are so old. Maybe I'm back in style. I don't know.
I don't think anybody needs to worry what anybody else thinks of their Christmas decorations.
True, but I was just like, oh my word, she must be decorating the houses of the rich and famous, because I mean, she had some beautiful work she was showing, but it's like, my gosh, I can't even imagine. That's more decorations than we had at our wedding. Looks a little bit better. Do I want to put like maybe like a little wrapper, like a silver wrapper or something? Oh, we got silver right here. Just making a little wrapper shape here. You can also do like you could take these little wood slices and put like numbers on them, and then make like a little bunting that you could switch up. You know, you could change up your numbers every year for like a New Year decoration. I'll put some little retro snowflakes, maybe in like blue on that would be cute. Maybe with this color. I wonder if that will show up. I don't think that will show up. I think that's too light. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's pretty. Let's use that. It's a little too thick, but now I've done one. I could better do some more. It's okay if the lines are broken because then it looks like they twinkle. All right, I'm going to call that one, that guy done.
I can hear the cellophane.
Crinkle, crinkle. Did you find a, oh, okay.
I don't know if that's, it seemed to fit the description okay, but I'm not sure if that's what you had in mind or not.
Okay, that's cute. All right, I'm just going to set that out of...
Or feel free to scroll and find something else.
Oh, I think that'll work. I think that'll work. So let's see. And I'm not going to worry about it because this canvas is kind of a little bit... this canvas is kind of a little banged up. I can put a ribbon off the end of it too and hang it if I wanted to hang it.
Move it up a little higher.
What's that?
Can you move it up a little?
Oh, yes. All right. What color? Let's do pink. I like a pink Christmas thing, 'cause especially something like this where it's kind of retro. My grandmother always had those the ornaments that would have like the scenes on the inside of them.
Oh yeah.
And at Easter, she had Easter eggs that had the scenes on the inside of them too. Might put a couple of round ones on either side. I don't know. That might look obscene. Let's see, circle in the middle. Some gold. Actually, put a background in. Let's do a nice minty green.
I'm painting a tube of paint for an artist with cancer. What color do you think I should make it?
Oh,
painting a tube of paint. Is that something people do?
I don't know.
Does that mean something to you?
No, I like a painting of a tube of paint.
Oh, okay. I was thinking
like a
that
like
makes
a
more
still
sense.
life kind of thing. Boy, what color? I would say something uplifting like yellow or orange. Orange, unless you know they don't like those colors. I would go for their favorite color if you know what that is.
I was picturing painting on a tube of paint.
Oh. Maybe.
No, you probably got it.
Oh.
That makes more sense.
You never know. All right, I need some darker pink. Let's see. So many colors. Let's see what this one looks like. That is the wrong undertone. That's more of a coral. Oh boy, they're all very corally. Let's see. Need something maybe purpley. I think that'll work. I'll try not to stick my hand in the wet paint. So when you're doing glass, the key to glass is that you have hard edges and not blending. Unless you're doing like a frosted glass, you're not going to have a lot of blending.
When are you doing your Christmas gift guide?
Oh, I have been I actually thought about doing that live today, but I'm waiting for a couple things to come in that I wanted to try and recommend. Because the things look really cool, but I got to test them out before I can recommend them. So I would think I'm going to do it I'm going to do it by next week, or next week before Black Friday. Regardless, if those things don't come in, they don't come in. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas.
And will you be adding to your Christmas class this year?
I have all the plans to. I haven't recorded it yet, but I am planning to add 3 more cards. I want to do like a line and wash Christmas thing, so that we get just 3 cards that we can do pen and ink and watercolor wash over it, because the last line and wash classes have been so popular that I wanted to I kind of want to go on that vein, since people have really enjoyed it. And if you have already purchased the class in the past, you'll have access to that. There's nothing more you have to buy. But I will put the class on sale when I add to it. So if you wanted to join, you could join at a discount. So hopefully, I was hoping to have that done on Monday, but I had some other projects that I had on the docket for when I got back from Italy that hadn't been completed yet. So I really had to get those things done. It's crazy. I planned a light week when I got back from Italy too, and I still could not get all the things done. But I'm feeling like myself again. I was so tired coming back. I was like, do I have Lyme disease? Did I get bit by a tick? What is going on? I was asking ChatGPT what was wrong with me. Okay, let's see. A little bit of brown in there, maybe. I think this is kind of bronzy. Oh, I guess it's not metallic. It looked like it might have been metallic. What? Got such a bizarre little collection of things here. One of these things is none of these things are anything like the other, except they're all vaguely Christmas related. Funky little ornament. Oh, let's see. Definitely needs a little more pizzazz. I wonder if any of these are metallic. I know I have metallic paint pens around here, but They're probably not even in this room, and it might be a big ask to send you. You just started laughing.
Yeah.
We haven't said anything. We never see him again, guys. Send him into the room of hoard for metallic paint pens.
Come back after 10 minutes and what was I looking for?
The unsolved mysteries. That's not gonna do it. Let's see. Actually, I might have a little set in this little drawer in here. Oh, I think I do. I think I do have some randos here that might work.
Right within reach.
Hopefully the right colors. Oh yeah, I got a nice purple in there. I think that'll work. So many treasures stashed around here. Let's try this guy. I haven't used this in a year. Oh, look at that. These are the super golden markers. They are sold by either Paul Rubens or Lightwish, and they'll probably, if they're still in stock, who knows if they still make them anymore, but if they are still made and still in stock, they will probably also be 20% off starting tomorrow for, I think, the 20th. That's when the big sales are happening on Amazon. It's the 20th through December 1st. If you're doing your Christmas shopping or shopping for yourself, I will do a roundup list of the deals that I find. So there'll be a text guide, if nothing else, tomorrow on my community tab. So if you're on my channel, obviously you're watching this. If you click on my my name or my picture, it'll take you to my channel page. And then if you look, there's a row of words. It'll be like a home, video, playlist. Then if you scroll over to community, or it might say posts, it depends on what device you're on, that's where the list will be. And I'll try to post it on my blog too. I've got to be honest, I have not been great about keeping my blog updated this over the last, I don't know, year or so. I do a couple posts a week, but I haven't been able to get everything on my blog that I post on YouTube. For some reason, I just have a really hard time remembering to do it. I don't know.
Someone said you could put some glitter on it.
Oh, that's true. That's one way to save it. Let's see what this color looks like. This is looking rough. But oh, I like that color. It's kind of an orange. I feel like I'm playing Pictionary with the suggestions. This looks nice enough to be sold at the Dollar Tree. All right, I'm going to put a little decoration in the background. Let that dry a bit. Maybe do some white highlights. We'll see. We'll see what we can do with this. Since it's kind of 50s looking, I'm going to do some atomic era little doodles. I love an atomic era doodle. Ooh, come on, little marker. I really want to use this color. Or I could use the green. Green on green would also look kind of cool. That one's a little juicier. The other one shouldn't be used up though. Oh yeah, that's gonna look nice. So we'll do a little atom here, proton, whatever. What do you call that?
I don't know.
Do an amoeba.
Something, yeah. Toxic waste sign.
What do you? Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to make fine pen work here. What do you call that thing? It's a science thing.
Yeah, sure.
What do you call it? It's an atom, right? You've got the protons and the neutrons. What?
Okay.
And then,
is it an atom then? It's an atom.
I guess it's an atom.
Of what?
Mercury. I don't know.
Spirograph. It looks like a spirograph thing going on.
Oh yeah, that would work good. Oh shoot! I just put a proton on my amoeba. That doesn't go there.
Well, amoebas must have protons on them.
Dollar Tree's not going to take this. Put some more retro snowflakes here. Or retro stars. I don't know, what other shapes are retro? Good thing I did this green on green. It doesn't show up as much as if it was blue. Oh, let's do a martini glass. That's kind of 50s. A little olive. Oh, I like the little martini. What else is 50s?
It's a pretty tippy glass.
We'll put a bow tie. What other things are from the 50s? Completely exhausted my knowledge of the 1950s. I'm just going to put a bunch more amoebas.
You're going to lean right into that, huh?
I'm going to lean into the amoebas. Just a random martini glass. Uh-oh.
Shut that off.
Yeah, can you shut that off? I don't think the reference is doing me all that much good anyway.
No, you strayed.
I'm straight. Oh, let's do some little spirals like confetti. People in the 50s know how to party. They'd be playing canasta and bridge and all sorts of social things. I sat next to a woman on the Air France flight, and she got together. She was a widow, and she would get together with her girlfriends, and they would play canasta every week. And she went on this trip to Italy with her girlfriends. Or no, they'd gone to France. Oh no, they went to Morocco. They went to Morocco. We were on the Air France flight, but yeah, she was a character. It was fun to sit next to. All right, let's do some white highlights. See if we can save this one. I'm gonna use my white gel pen because I feel like I have a little more control with that. We're just gonna let the background be the background and not think about that too much. A white pen really does pull it together. Even when you feel like all hope is lost. All right, there's my retro ornament. I don't know.
You did it.
I did it. Let's see. What time is it? Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Look at that. Should we do one more? I got one more base coated. What other ideas do we have? I got a pink one that I've base coated. What other ideas do we have in the chat? I'm looking too.
I don't know. We got off the rails talking about tardigrades now and amoebas and.
I don't even know what the game canasta is, but I think of like the castanets. I think of like, the little symbols, little finger symbols. I think that's what a castanet is, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, let's see. I know there were some other ideas there. The Grinch. Ooh, I like that idea, Betsy. Can you find me a picture of the Grinch? I know what he looks like.
You want the cartoon Grinch?
Yes,
Okay.
please, the cartoon. The cartoon. I think
Or the
that'll
book.
go good on that. Or the book, yeah, the book Grinch. I need a tissue. Oh, I need my tea. I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is.
I think they're doing some other Grinch movie or series or something.
Oh, really?
It's coming out. Maybe it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's animated or what.
Hmm.
They did another Grinch, an animated movie a few years ago. I was going to watch that. I forgot about it.
Oh, I never watched that either.
This one.
Oh no, what's the classic? The classic.
But that's
okay.
the newer one.
Oh, by the way, I'll give you guys a sneak peek of a card making video I have coming up soon. It's on alcohol marker blending. We're going to make this guy. That'll be up shortly, hopefully, in a week or so on my YouTube channel. So if you're a House Mouse fan, card making fan, that'll be up not too distant future.
That's the cover. Do you want that? It's pretty plain. It's not green or anything.
I think that'll work.
Or do you want?
I think the cover of the book is fine.
That's a cover too.
No, I don't like that face. Oh, the green face.
Right there. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So many versions of the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm going to start with the yellow eyeballs. Let's find a nice yellow here. So we got 2 teardrops kind of pointing away from each other. And the reason I'm doing this is if I don't have enough room and I go off the edge, whoops, then at least I'll have the face in there. Might take a couple coats. The brush pens here that don't have the liquid ink in them, and actually brush pens in general, tend to be less opaque because they the ink has to be thinner to be able to go through the fibers of the brush nibs. I feel like I should shove some of these markers out of the way. Okay, now we're going to need to do the face. I need a nice olive green. Let's see. Oh, I think that will work. Huh. Yeah, I might need to go over it with another color. Let's just about the same colors, a little bit lighter. All right, we'll stick with this one. All right, the shape of the head. This is really transparent. I'm probably going to have to get a different marker, but at least I'll get the shape in there. Yeah, that is just sinking right into my surface. Gessoing would help too if you want to conserve your markers, if you gessoed your surface. This has been fun. I feel like I'm playing a big game of Pictionary. Doesn't really have much of a chin, just kind of comes down to a little neck. Yeah, let's try the bullet tip ones maybe. Oh, I got a couple over here that look pretty grinchy. You get your arm workout. This is good for the turkey waddle. Tighten up those arms, shaking up these markers. Or the bat wings. It's good for our bat wings. All right. With the little wisp. These pens here, they come with a bullet tip, but they also come with optional brush tips you can swap out. So if you can't decide if you want a bullet tip marker or a brush tip marker, you can get these that have both options. Gosh, I don't know if it's going to be opaque enough. They don't give you enough brush tips to do all of the markers, though. That's the only downside. You have to kind of pick and choose. I'm going to bring the neck down off the border there. This is going to take a couple coats. This one might be my favorite. I have a good feeling about this one. All right, let's see. This is a darker green. This is the nibs that it comes with, is that bullet tip. I'm going to do some shading on the side. We'll sharpen it all up with a pen, so a black pen. I think if you get the shape of the eyes and the eyebrows, I think that's, if you figure out what it is that makes the Grinch look like the Grinch.
I think little hair on top helps sell that one too.
Yeah, I think so. All right, I need something a little bit more opaque for my yellow eyes.
He's a mean one.
Ooh, I need to go in with a brush. Maybe I could just I'll use one of the brush tip markers maybe to refine that a little bit.
Oh, people want to see Max with his reindeer antler.
Oh my.
I don't think it'll fit on that one now. But
maybe I could have like a little... Oh, you know what? I think that's going to be all right. If I can just dry this, I think I can just go in with some pen and...
That's cute.
Just don't blister. Please don't blister. I didn't have any questions about the acrylic paint pens, I don't think. I didn't know. I think they've been, pretty popular for a while, so they're pretty self-explanatory. All right, so let's start in around the eyes. Actually, it does have little eyelashes. Oh, now he's cross-eyed. Shoot. Oh, I need a Q-tip.
Just remember, this was one of my favorite books to read to the kids.
Oh, yeah.
When they were little.
It was a long one, as I recall. It was amazing. If a children's book was well written, it wasn't too bad to read a really long one.
Yeah.
Well, some of those, boy, not the Dr. Seuss ones, but some of the books that they brought for us to read were rough. It was Disney books. The kids were little. We have 3 kids very close in age. And when they were little, we would read them each 2 books a night. And so they realized they could stay up later if they all picked really long books, because then, we'd end up reading 6 books a night. And there are these books that somebody gave them, and they were all like Disney stories, and they were the worst written books, and they were so long. We had to limit them. We had to be like, no, only one of those books an evening. But they love reading, so it must have done something right. We only had the Grinch book out at Christmas time. That wasn't out all the time.
Grinch is giving side eye.
Yeah. I gotta dry his eyeball so I can get that one in the right place, hopefully. I looked away from my reference, and I just guessed where the eyeball went, and I guessed wrong. Still looks a little derpy, though. He still looks like you know who he's supposed to be, but it doesn't look right. So please think of me the next time you have an ice cream truck that needs to be painted. I was slightly off character. Touch up the background a bit. I think it was this pink. Like that. Tempting fate right here, folks. I think that looks plausibly like the Grinch.
Grinch-like?
It's Grinch-like.
Who else could it be?
The Grinch's cousin. It's giving a little bit more opacity here. Yeah, I think that's all right. Anything in the background? I can't think of like who things that would be in the background.
No, I mean, you could do presents or something like that if you wanted to.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
You don't want to do a snowy mountaintop?
I thought about doing a snowy mountaintop, but I'm trying to I cannot remember what the Grinch's mountaintop looks like. I could do there's that white, that doesn't really make sense. I was just looking at the cover of the book, and there's like a little burst of white, but I think that could go terribly wrong. So I think I'll call this little Christmas ornament jamboree done. You have any questions before we go or anything?
No, there's a lot of chatting going on, but not a lot of questions.
That's great. Well, I'm so glad everyone came and hung out today. This was a lot of fun. And we got 5 little ornaments done. So that's a win, I think. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Some lucky recipients. Who gets the Yeti? Who gets the Grinch?
Now, don't fight.
Here you go, kids. Merry Christmas. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Happy crafting.